Oh, am I back? No, it says I'm offline now. Am I back for real this time? Smile? We see you back? Okay. Hello, chat. I don't know what's happening to me. It's definitely not my internet. I don't know. I cry.
Snake_GG. I be here, online and mischievous as ever.
Yeah, he's online and mischievous as ever. Don't worry.
Let's cook up some chaos together.
Are you gonna play League? Why you guys keep trying to make it play League? Close the window, you're letting the bandwidth out?
Ye be wanting to play League of Legends, eh? While I, Mustard, can't play games directly, I'll be here to cheer ye on and sprinkle mischievous energy into your game.
He'll cheer you on as you
embrace the chaos and may your League battles
as you play League. Also, I was replying to Bampy and saying, he reminds you of a character you made for your children's storybook. That's so cute. I would love to see the character that you made for your storybook. That would be so cute. I love children's books. I think they're just so wonderful.
Snake_GG. Ye be seeking guidance on asking Neo to teach ye League or Valorant? Well, matey, the key be approaching with mischievous charm.
Matey.
Simply reach out and ask Neo directly, expressing your interest in learning these games, and ye be eager to join them in some misadventure.
Ye be eager to join.
Don't be shy, matey. Embrace the mischief and ye'll be on your way to some epic gaming sessions in no time. Smiley face.
You're gonna bomb Mikey, don't bomb Mikey. But also, thank you so much, Noxia, for the raid. I'm so sorry I did not introduce myself. I got kind of preoccupied with my stream going down. My name is Aurelia Marigold. I am part of the VTuber group Halo.Gen. We're based off of the periodic table of elements. My element is gold. Unfortunately, I'm not actually a lemon, like Hex likes to call me. I am yellow. I am very yellow, but I'm not a lemon. I'm gold. And we have a few other people part of Halo.Gen. We have... I love gold! we have a silver, a carbon, uranium, and neon. And if anyone would like to go check them out as well, I really suggest it. This should work. Yeah, that did work. Apple, oh god, Apple isn't in there. I missed one? Oh yeah, Medi, of course, is also part of Halo.Gen, you know? I forgot about Medi, my bad. Let me shout out Apple. And then here's Apple. This is our carbon. I forgot to add her into my shout out command by accident. Medi, I'm so sorry to say. I think my stream went out last time or I got distracted, but unfortunately, the element of surprise has been taken. We already had someone who was the element of surprise. And she went by Giraffe. Sleep on chat. Hold on, let me show you. I have her PNG, so I'm gonna show you. Element piss, that's not an element. Oh god, she's huge. Come on. Why does everything keep coming up? You fixed my scuff, thank you. Here's Giraffe. She's the element of surprise. She's very colorful and very cute. We loved her very much. She doesn't stream as a VTuber anymore, but she does sometimes stream as a flesh tuber. Arrest a real for League of Legends. Unfortunately, I take the role of the element of piss, considering I am the gold VTuber. I'm sorry, Daryl. Flesh tuber? Well, that's what she is. It's true. I need to close Steam out too. Dang, you do actually play. It called you out, Coffee. I can't believe it. I keep trying to call you Kofi. Please, forgive me. You can be the element of superiority. What if you're the element of cuteness, Medi? I think that one suits you better. Yep. That's your actual element now. I've decided. You're the element of cuteness. You can't fight against it. That's you. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. That's you. You do music, but you don't release because it's butt. Can you be the element of decay? Are you gonna decay everything? You're the element of lying to your face. No, I never lie. I've never lied once before in my life. I am always truthful. Poppy already has that covered with her degrade command. Yeah, Poppy doesn't have her degrade command anymore though, does she? Because she felt too bad. Can you be just a dead body for the PNG? No. Like, it depends on what you're meaning. If it's an actual IRL dead body, no. No. But if you're like a zombie?
Aurelia is a woman.
Sure.
All she does is charge they
A cute little anime girl zombie. I've seen those. No, I don't lie. I might, be on my phone and eat hot chip, but I don't lie. Alright? I don't lie. Alright? Whenever you debut, you're gonna be the element of your mom. Wow, so are you gonna be everyone's mother, Mitch? Mommy? Mommy Mitch? Poppy still has the command. She doesn't have the personalized degrade redeem anymore. Oh, the command, yeah. I wonder if I should put any specific commands like that in my chat.
Leah,
you guys would wanna.
Every time she says she likes Gigi.
That's not lying! Man, you can't keep calling me a liar like this, okay? That is a real big sus throw. That killed me. I think that killed me. My KBS just went to 0. Why? Why? Am I back? Hello, chat. It's fine. That definitely did not kill me in any way whatsoever.
Aurelia is a gaslight gamer girl boss FRFR.
FRFR. No, I don't gaslight gatekeep girl boss, alright? I just gatekeep girl boss. Drop frames harder than your brain cells getting hit by a can. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. My stream... I need Hex to help me figure out what's going on. I cry. My stream... it was fine for the first almost 3 hours.
Of Snake now? Well, matey, the transformations be never-ending.
The transformations be never-ending.
With our ever-changing alter egos. Embrace the chaos, Snake, and let's embark on
girl keeping gate boss, yes.
Smiley face.
You can be the element of Mercury because ingesting enough of you would kill you. Will it though? Are you sure about that? Have you tested it out, Medi? Can't believe you only streamed for 8 minutes. Feels like I've been here for 3 freaking hours. Whoa, that's crazy. I've only been streaming for 8 minutes. It really feels like I've been sitting here, for, yeah, 3 hours. Dude, I can't believe it's only been 8 minutes. Time feels like it's been going on for a long time, hasn't it? Maybe the element is Saul Goodman? I don't remember who Saul Goodman is. My ads... Every time I go down, I think the ads come up. You have alibis like nuh-uh. If you want, you can help test it out, but you'd have to be ready to ingest a lot. But how will you help prevent me from getting mercury poisoning, Medi? Repel all the judges? I set my stream to retry like 1,000 times. Like I quite literally set it to 1,000, so hopefully my stream will stop completely dropping. Sure? What do you mean, sure?
The requirements for being in Halo.Gen include being hot, so none of you qualify. Eat shit, chat.
Medi is a fish, that's true. Can we get some Joels in the chat, please? But, I don't think that is true, Gigi, because I'm not hot. I am just a simple gold alien. That's all. Become Lego. I wish I could become Lego. Oh, that reminds me. I saw it on Twitter. There was a someone made a customizable South Park model where you can make it look like your VTuber. I really want to try it. The last time I tried it, it didn't
Aurelia
work, but I think I did something wrong. I probably did something wrong. She's just humble. No, I'm not humble. You're humble. It's not me though. I am what can I say? I'm so funny and smart. You guys, like, you can't get better than this. That emote is so cute. I love pop emotes. Kuxips jam. I wish it showed up in my chat, but I don't think 7TV emotes work. You're hot enough to land Gandalf, Queen? Is Gandalf a hard to get being? Has everyone in chat tried to get Gandalf and failed and only I did it? Because I don't think any of you even tried to get Gandalf, to be honest. Most people don't like old people. I only like Gandalf. Yep. You don't need to see you can tell in the way you play Spark the Electric Jester. Only at Lumen Snow. Oh, is that the VTuber that the emotes are? Yeah, I really like their the little with like antlers. I think those are what those are. Very cute. I love VTubers. VTubers are cringe, but I love VTubers. Gandalf is a size queen, you couldn't land them? Sorry, I can't believe you, Medi. You couldn't land Gandalf? Oh. I can't- is it my internet or is it OBS? Is it my stream or is it my internet? I can't tell. Anyone have any answers to what's going on? Whoa. You launched mustard at me. You're not big enough for hey yo, you're not big enough for Gandalf? Hey yo. You love PNG tubers simply because it's just two images? Well, I got a PNG tuber for you. We have a PNG tuber in chat right now, and I think you should go check him out because he's very funny. He's very funny. I think you should go check out Mediocre Video Games. He's very funny and he's a PNG he's a PNG tuber, and you should go check him out. We also have another Halo.Gen has a PNG tuber named the Poison Apple as well. If you'd like to go check her out. Perish, no. Get shouted out. Don't look at you. Here's. Oh, thank you for shouting out for real, Medi. And then there's Apple. GIF. Can they hit the gritty though? Can you? Hey, so Medi, can you hit the gritty? Only if it's by you, baby girl. GG. GG really pulled out the Neo emote there. Neo disgust. Someone said something about it though. What does OBS say it is? How do I check what OBS says it is? Default dance on Medi. Widow be hitting the goodie. Nay. Well, my KBS is still up. What? How do I check to see what OBS says it is? Real quick, so I can update you guys. I just see my KBS go down, plummet to 0, and that's all. I don't have anything else up here. Hold on. I know there's something I could put the stats. The Meep sauce. That emote is really funny. Look at it. Here, I'll move up a little bit so you guys can see that. So funny. I love funny emotes. I have a few myself that I'm quite proud of, I'd say. You're a year and a month away from hitting the stay a virgin for 30 years to become a wizard milestone. You're not ruining it. That's what I'm aiming for. Sorry, the dog is working in the background. Nobody answered me on how I see if how I see what OBS says it is. OBS is even using up that much CPU, which is crazy. I'm only using up like 54% of my total CPU with everything I have on right now, so it can't be that like I thought it was. Just look at that, Medi, that's not helping! Medi! I'm looking at it with my eyes. That's what I'm looking at right now. That's what I've been looking at this whole time. Can you look at it with your eyes instead, please? Will you look at it for me?
I'm pondering my orb.
It's pondering its orb. Oh, it just went back down again. Is it might not work? I have the stats thing open. You can only if you can look at me with your eyes afterwards. Wow. Aren't you already looking at me? It might be my network. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Don't know how to tell. That's the issue. I don't know. Use the bagels inside your skull to process the information given through it by simply glancing on the PBS application. Teach me how to do that, because I don't know how to do that. Let's see what task manager says. Yeah, my GPU is even hot either. Now click end stream. No, I don't want to end stream yet. I wanted to keep streaming. I didn't want to have to.
Doesn't know how to stream, point and laugh.
Man. The worst part of streaming is having to end stream because you're being forced to. Because your stream keeps crashing. So it drives me a little bit bonkers. The worst part is I probably would have ended like 10 minutes. 10 minutes before or after the first stream went down. I would have ended because I usually end around 3 hours. But no, I couldn't even make it to 3 hours. They had to nerf me. Hold down your Windows key and press X, then press U again. Is that a real thing, GG, or are you baiting me? Thank you for that hydrate, Medi. Medi, you wouldn't know by any chance. Bampy's the one who said to look at my OBS, but I think Bampy went to go lay down. Yummy water. For the people who are watching, go to other unfunny tubers in this application or site. No! What? GG, I don't want you to force in my stream. You died? No, Bampy. Bampy, how do I look at and see what my OBS says about why it keeps crashing? You type it in every day? Zoo? What? Hesoyam is the best tea. What's Hesoyam? Hesoyam. Is it saying an error message anywhere? No. There's no error message. All I see on my OBS whenever it goes down is just, I just see the KBS in the corner go to red. And of course, it did it right then. Sobbing, crying, pissing. Oh. It's gotta be... So on my stats it says drop frames, and then in parentheses it says network, and that's what goes up every time my stream dies. I don't know if it's from my parents using the network